scientist who corrected a slight defect in the Copernican calendar. The planets do not move in circles, as Copernicus thought, but in ellipses. Ellipses are ovals. So the planets move in slight ovals. They're almost perfect circles, by the way, but still they are ovals. So Kepler gave us the most correct calendar, and he did it without a telescope. Absolutely amazing. Then comes, of course, Galileo. Galileo is the first modern scientist. And why is that? Because he wrote down some laws of motion, and he popularized the telescope, and he introduced mathematics and experiment. Before then, everyone simply alluded to the Bible or a holy book. Galileo said, no, look at the heavens for yourself. So he invented the telescope. Well, he didn't invent the telescope. He popularized the telescope, and he made many discoveries. The moon has craters. Saturn has ears, otherwise known as rings. Jupiter has moons. The sun has spots. And for that, he was forced to repent by the Catholic Church. So poor Galileo dies under house arrest. He goes blind in one eye, totally isolated from the rest of the world. He dies a broken man. But the very year that Galileo dies, Newton is born, and Newton completes the Galilean revolution. Newton gives us 3 laws of motion, which are right there. You should know them. The first law of motion is objects in motion stay in motion forever unless acted on by an outside force. That violates common sense. Common sense says that everything in motion slows down and comes to a halt. Newton said no. Friction is what makes objects get slower and slower. Then the second law is force is equal to mass times acceleration. That's the basis of modern physics. Bridges, tunnels, Empire State Buildings, they're all based on one equation. Force is equal to mass times acceleration. That helped to accelerate the Industrial Revolution. And the third law is the law of rockets. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
I want one of the box. Let me get a piece of coconut.
And then, when Isaac Newton was 23 years old,
I'll hold it.
an apple, they say, fell on his head. We don't know for sure. But he had the great inspiration. He looked up, he saw the moon, and then he said, does the moon also fall?
When you video,
The answer is yes. The
turn
moon
on the light.
falls under an inverse square force field. What you have to know for the final is very simple.
that's
And
retarded.
that is that gravity increases with the
Do
mass
some more code.
and decreases with the distance.
Like, oh, you
Okay? You don't have to know any equations for the
do some
final
more
exam.
code.
But that's the law of gravity.
No.
And since Newton could not calculate
Can I
using
hold
the mathematics
I'll
of
put this on
1600, he created his own
I'll put this up on
mathematics
Facebook,
called calculus.
on YouTube.
So calculus
people
was
that love
invented
Dr. Kaku.
to solve the problem of the falling moon. The moon does fall. The moon is in free fall. Okay? Now, the orbits allowed by Newton, we didn't stress this, but the orbits allowed are circles, ellipses, parabolas and hyperbolas, but not spirals. That's very important. Because spirals give you capture. Therefore, the Earth could not have captured the moon. That's a very common theory, that the Earth grabbed the moon from outer space. However, that's impossible, because according to Newton, you can only have spirals if you have friction. That is a death spiral, like a meteor plunging into the Earth comes in at a spiral. But there's no dust out there. So the moon could not have been captured by the Earth. Weightlessness. Why are things weightless in outer space? Is there no gravity out there? No. There's plenty of gravity